a 1998 GCI wooden coaster that doesn't have the best reputation among coaster enthusiasts. A lot of people say that it's a rough, almost unbearable ride, and when I rode for the first time, I thought the same thing. However, the ride has grown on me a lot over time and now sits as my 32nd favorite coaster. It's because it's one of those rides you have to learn how to ride. Believe it or not, Roar is the coaster that I've ridden the most times before because it's just a lot of fun. Here I am to tell you how to ride it. Let me just preface this by saying that Roar is drastically different in different conditions. It runs much smoother in colder conditions, specifically holiday in the park, but runs much faster during the summer. I can tell you that there are definitely days in the summer where it runs way faster than the advertised 50 miles per hour. When you get into the station, go straight to the left where the front of the train is. Do not even think about the back. You're not going to have a good time. This coaster does have PTC trains and not the Millennium Flyers that most GCIs have, and a lot of people complain about this, but I don't really mind it because apparently the PTC trains run a little faster than Flyers would. Plus, we've seen with Gwazi and Wildcat that switching from PTCs to Flyers doesn't really do anything. Then you won't be waiting long to actually get on the ride because the ride's at Six Flags America, and it's one of the coasters that almost always runs two trains. When you get in, it doesn't matter if you sit on the left or right seat because it doesn't make a difference. When pulling down your lap bar, don't try and get a bunch of room. It might sound weird, but if you try to get a bunch of room, the restraint will actually come down extremely far on that first drop, and it's gonna hurt. If you rest the lap bar up against your legs or close to your legs, it won't come down during the ride and it's gonna be much more enjoyable. Then, if you're a single rider and if you want to be a nice person, they have a policy where they have to string the seatbelt through the middle of the lap bar in empty seats, so you could do that for them if you want to speed up operations and help out the ride out. Now let's move on to the POV. You start by taking a couple turns out of the station and then go into the lift hill. Something that's kind of interesting is that at night during holiday in the park, there are chaser lights that go up the lift hill and it's an awesome sight to see. Something that I will say is that if you're riding in the summer, don't put your hands up because you will get whacked around the car. If you grab on, you can steady yourself and that joltiness turns terror into fun. You start by going down the drop and until some lightly banked turns providing some great lateral forces. No matter when you ride, this first half is going to be relatively smooth, especially compared to the second half. That moment right there, that actually gives you some massive amounts of airtime. But then right after that airtime hill, you have rough patch, so be ready to steady yourself. Then you go into the tunnel and also steady yourself for the turn because in the middle of it, there's another rough patch. The final moment that you have to be ready for is the last bank turn before you head into the brakes. If you follow everything that I just said, you'll be ready to enjoy your ride on Roar. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave any thoughts, suggestions, or video ideas in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later.